A Who All Gonna Be There podcast, a place where you get to be an exclusive member of our very entertaining group chat.
What's up, everybody? Welcome back to another episode of A Who All Gonna Be There podcast, the place where you get to be an exclusive member to our very entertaining group chat. And for those listening, you may not know this, but for those watching, you see that we have a very special guest in the room tonight. And it is none other than the Adam Pike, one of the members of the infamous Pretty Boys, and he's here to chop it up with us to talk about his boy Dougie.
No, sorry.
It's very infamous. And to chop it up about Dougie and how this game and this week has gone down. So, Adam, thank you for being here tonight.
Thanks for having me. Let's get it. Let's talk some shit.
Yeah.
Oh, I'm so ready. So let's just jump right into it. So we did cover the movie Massacre, but let's just talk about it because it was just such it was such a great episode. I'm mad that y'all waited and didn't tell us who got evicted. But I get why y'all
I know. I kept looking at the clock. I'm like, there's no way that someone's getting evicted tonight. And then it was like 10 minutes left. I'm like, there's no
what's
way.
going on?
They played us.
So, Adam, what were your thoughts on the overall episode and the twists?
Honestly, I like hands down the best thing I think I've ever seen. The best thing on Big Brother ever. Like on all Big Brothers. I've never seen anything like it. It was wild. It was wild. Yeah. So entertaining. But that's why Big Brother production in Big Brother Canada is the best, because they put it all. They put their all in it. They do, and it's great.
That's where all y'all money be going. That's why y'all don't get that much prize money, because it all going through y'all production.
I mean, they stepped up the prize. They stepped up the prize this time, but
yeah, they did.
Yeah,
they did.
All them 13,000 sponsors. They're like, we got to get these people some money.
Yeah.
Man, my season, I feel like, geez, we didn't even have a dresser or anything. There was like, the house was like, it was okay, but I feel like every season since it's just got better and better and better and better and better.
What was it? Immediately after they did the superhero stuff, right? And that was like BBCAN8, and it's like, man, ever since then they've gone like extravagant with their houses and themes.
Yeah.
They getting Wendy's. Did y'all always get Wendy's? Because I'm not a BBCAN part. Like, I'm just now getting into BBCAN the last 3 seasons. So
when did Wendy's start?
I'm not sure.
Y'all didn't have Wendy's on y'all season, did y'all?
Maybe season.
I know for sure they had it in 8.
They had it in mine. I think they had it in 6 too. I don't know if they. I don't think they had it in 5.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
I'm gonna say I know it was like maybe midway through. So yeah, probably about 5. Yeah, maybe 6.
Are you guys a Ike Wong fan?
Gotta be.
Am I?
Gotta be. That's the.
Because I just brought up season 5, and I'm like, to me, I think that was the best season. You know.
Mm-hmm.
Yes.
I think that was the best season. This one's pretty good. This one is pretty good. I don't know if I would say it's the best, but probably some of the best.
Unfortunately, without feeds, it can never be the best.
That's
one thing where we're missing. Listen, I have to say, especially it's like if we're getting this kind of content without feeds, just bothers me so much. And let's be real, like Anthony, we know Anthony, okay? Dougalicious.
Dougalicious 2.0.
His social game is elite. Okay. And I hate that we're missing so much of the components to that, because everything Anthony does, it's like he sets these seeds, you know? And I feel like we're missing like bits and pieces of the seeds, and it's just to elevate his game that much more. But oh my god,
he should be called the gardener, because the way he plants these seeds, and I've seen it just this week alone from the edit from yesterday's episode. The way he told Tola, and we'll get back into it. We always jump ahead. We do what we want to do over here. He told Tola, no, go back in there and tell her that you did hear something from Kayla, that you did. This is what you heard. Walk right on in there.
He said, okay. It wasn't even like well.
But see, like it reminds me of my season, because we used to do the same shit. We would always run to Dougie and be like, what should we say? What should we say? And then you're like, well, you're okay. You're gonna go do this. You say this, and I'm like, all right. And then I go, well, like I don't know if like on my season on the actual show, I don't know if it was like based around him. You know, I feel like this storyline for Dougie on this season is much better than season 7. You know,
this storyline I feel like is so cool and it's so unique of someone walking into the house saying, "Hey, I'm the GOAT already. Y'all saw it before." And I'm gonna show you guys why I'm the greatest of all time at this. And he's continued to show us.
I love it.
And it's so special to see it.
It baffles me, Adam, because he's literally told people, I got second in my season. I was second. Meaning he's never and didn't touch the block at all, mind you. Never touched the block and made it to the final 2. And these people are still like, let's keep him around. Yep, he needs to stay another week.
He's that good. We're in jury and he still has not touched the block. Like, come on. It's just cheap at this point.
Yeah, everybody says that like, oh, these people must be stupid. They must, but like, it's not that. It's just Dougie is just that good. Like when anybody talks to Dougie, you're like, yeah, and you know what I mean. And like he knows how to make people feel good. He knows how to like be there for you, right? And it's Big Brother's more than just like, you know, like Dougie's everybody's best friend, and everybody feels comfortable with Dougie. And he just swoons you, and then before you know it, you got Byyyeee. You got Byyyeee here, hated Dougie, wanted him out, arguing with him every day, and now she wants a final 3 with him. Like,
I'm gonna say she's trying to get a final 3 with him. Like, where did he come from?
He's that
Listen,
good,
I haven't seen Mr. Strong. I would, based on this, and maybe I'm going too far with it, and I don't know if you watch Survivor, but Cerie's miss, the way she's able to, knowing how good Cirie is, knowing what Cirie is capable of, but the way she draws people in and neutralizes her threat level and makes people want to be around her and makes people want to listen to her and follow her directions. This is this is what is given to me, except he taps into his villain side. He like, yeah, y'all just flies and I'm going to use sledgehammers and all this. But this way he missed people is giving Cirie for me. And then I'm looking at it. I don't know if y'all agree for those who watch, but that's the way I see it.
Yeah, he's definitely in a midst of his own. You know, like when I talk about now, it's like going forward in a game, a reality show. It's like if it's a woman making moves, it's the Cirie mist. I now officially, if a man is running the game, it is now called the Dougie mist. Like he now has a league of his own, and I don't care what nobody says. Everybody say, y'all might as well write Dougie the check. Might as well.
I'll write him. I'll write it for him. I'm a believer.
Listen.
I'm a believer now. I didn't believe before, but I'm a believer now.
And there's so many people.
Go ahead.
I was just gonna say there's so many people that I feel like accidentally have missed. I know the latest US season, there was a guy named Matt where it's just like, oh, he's doing so good, but he had no clue what he was doing. And the fact that Dougie came in with a game plan, knows what he's doing, and is talking his smack like immediately after while his move is going on. And it's crazy.
Yeah,
it is wild. And it's also wild that like he goes in every competition, he's like, I don't even need to win this. Like even this late in the game, like that don't register in my head because
and a lot of times you feel you're not even trying.
Anytime I would play, it's like I have to win. Like these people are gonna evict me. Like, you know, he's just so confident that he just has so much things in his back pocket. It doesn't matter if he wins or not. He's just gonna control every single thing. Like every single week, he's had a say in it.
Yep, exactly.
Besides Matt, maybe besides Matt.
Yeah,
that's true. Yeah. So in the movie Massacre, build all of that. Oh my gosh, it was great. It was awesome. Goose leaves. I'm gonna be very real. We don't care. I feel like
the goose has
listen, I'm gonna be so real. Like Goose, man, we love you. You know, he was entertaining. He was nice, but I just one of my things is like I feel like as a house, if there is a twist that good, you have to take a shot. You have to take a shot. And as soon as those noms replace, I said Dougie's good. He ain't gonna be no replacement nom. He's not going up there. The fact that even Spicy was like, no, I'm not gonna even. I'm like, is she gonna let him play in the POV? No, I know Dougie likes to eat. Let's give him a slot pass.
Right.
Spicy doesn't think she's missed it, but Spicy has missed it as well. She doesn't think, she's like, oh no, we're gonna take out Dougie. We're gonna do this. Let me make sure my man's can eat for the rest of the season. So he's in tip-top shape to take me out. This is what I saw. But overall, it was a really, really good twist. I loved it. Goose leaves unanimously. Peace.
Yeah.
So anyways, let's get into it. Let's get into it. So I'm gonna basically just skim the week and then we can chit chat about what we want to chit chat. So Avery ends up winning the HOH once again. Yes, it sucks, terrible. I hate it. Avery, Adam, we do not mince words.
Her name is Aviary from here on out. Aviary.
Not a fan of Avery? Not a fan?
Aviary.
No. Now going in, I was a fan of Avery's on my draft. Okay, she was first round draft pick for me.
Yeah.
And the way I absolutely 1000% regret that. Honestly, I would like to see what she would play like without Spicy, because when she did her interviews and she's like, Spicy's my favorite person, I was like, oh Lord, I just knew they highlighted that. And right then I was like, Spicy's definitely going to be in the house. So it's like, she wants to do everything Spicy wants to do. So Avery doesn't have a game.
She thinks she is Spicy.
She do. She doesn't have a game.
That's Spicy's daughter, like Pharaoh
She didn't want to put Matt up. What did she do? Put Matt up. She's HOH this week. She talked about getting Lex out. What does Spicy do? No, we should do Kayla. Okay, let's do Kayla.
I don't understand.
Like, girl, have a mind of your own.
I feel bad for Kayla, man. I really do.
Oh my gosh, it was so bad.
I'm devastated because she had so much promise. Like, she was a target in the massacre. She wins a clutch veto. It's like we knew she was going home. She wins a clutch veto only to get backdoored. But again, testament to Dougie's ability. But it's like it sucks.
Oh yeah, we got to get into that mist.
Oh, like the whole house turned on her. Like, I just can't like to be in her position and sitting there and like she knows these people are fucking lying, right?
Yeah.
And it's like, but I guess I kind of know what she was going through, like when it was Final Five and like me and Dougie had that argument. It just came to a point in my mind where I was like, they're just gonna stick with this lie. It's like there's nothing I could do. It's like I might as well just stop, right?
You might as well just be like, whatever. I can't. And
I feel like that's what she did. She just kind of like she just accepted it, and that's what it is.
And so having that experience, so like in that game, because I firmly believe that there's always a way to escape the block. There, even if there is this minuscule, infinitesimal way to do it, there's always a way.
If you're Dougie,
there you go.
And so it's hard when you hear like, it's like I just give up and like give into the lie, like let them believe what they're gonna believe. I'm not even gonna try at this point. So it's hard to see her kind of do that.
Yeah, I don't think anybody got a chance against Dougie when you're in an argument.
No.
And I even think Kayla had the best point where it's like, who was saying this? It was Tola, it was Lexus, and it was Dougie. Think about it, you guys.
Yeah, I know.
Think about it.
And they were like, no, we don't want to think about it.
Yeah.
And then she was like, so when did I say when I told you? Well, you didn't say that exactly. Okay, but why did you tell them I said that exactly? And then y'all keep saying this other side. So who's this other side? So are y'all all working together?
Tola literally said, I can't lie. She never said anything. He runs in the room for 2 seconds. Oh, actually, I do remember something.
Like
about 3 minutes later.
Turn your thinking cap on, Avery. Turn it on.
What happened to the TV in the room? Why can't she just?
She was watching it.
Oh, he went.
That's the crazy part. I feel like she was watching it. I think I don't know if it was in the dailies, but I've heard other people say that she was watching it. So it's like if you saw him go somewhere and he come back 2 seconds later, talk about, oh, well, actually, I do remember something. That doesn't.
It's cool. The play was already in motion.
Yeah, I love the TV.
Yeah.
So Avery wins HOH. She nominates Todd and Tola. Bailey plays HOH. I mean the veto, and she automatically off bat says, "If I win, I'm taking Todd down." She does that.
Todd's my boy.
The veto comp was dope. I really like this comp. They were going through like a little maze. They were, I guess the goggles were like pitch. I don't know if they were pitch black or.
No, I
Yeah.
can confirm because I actually just filmed the show called Canada's Ultimate Challenge, and we had to do one with those things.
Ooh.
And you can't see shit. You can't
Really?
see. Oh, you can't see shit, and it's so fucked
like,
up.
how dark is it?
So dark, like it's just complete blackness.
Oh,
Wow.
crazy.
Yeah.
So they do that and they go through the maze. And then, of course, they have to, without seeing it, have to put this puzzle together. Byyyeee wins. Okay. Now, before all this, so as of now, Todd is now coming off the block. So before this happens, this is literally where the downfall of Kayla begins. Okay. So right after the nominations, right? They all celebrate. We're final 8. Yay. You know, this is happy or whatever. Happiness and celebration. Spicy asked Kayla because Goose whispered something into Kayla's ear, right? Everybody saw. Spicy asked her, first of all, I don't know why Spicy asked her in front of everybody. I wouldn't have said nothing either. Like, sis, we're gonna talk about this later. But anyways, she asked her and she's like, well, I don't want to say it's gonna mess somebody's game. It is game related. Kayla, why would you say that? And lie. Kayla does not really like to lie.
She doesn't lie. She's so honest.
And you know what I would have said? I would have just said anything, especially knowing Spicy. I would have just said he told me to watch out for Tola, for Todd. You could have named anybody. You could have said any guy's name, and that would have at least appeased that side of the house, you know, especially with Spicy telling you. So that's really where the downfall is. And then, like we've already kind of been discussing here and there, this is where the gears get to turning, right? So that night, Kayla tells Dougie, hey, Goose whispered to me and said that we should, like, anybody that's on the at the end with Spicy, like Spicy's gonna beat everybody, honestly, or whatever. And she says, you know, I am like worried about that. So what does Dougie do? He hears that the wheels are turning, that Lex is probably going to be the replacement right? No. He doesn't want Lexus gone just yet because Lexus is now officially one of his minions. So he's like, I cannot lose Lex. So what does he do? I'm telling you, the fact that he was like this quick, like, well, Spicy, that's cool. Because, you know, we got to get rid of these people. You know, I'm cool with that. But let me tell you what Kayla said. And Dougie is so smart because one thing, Spicy don't like nobody saying her name. It don't even matter what it is. Oh my
God. Don't let it be a woman that's saying the name too.
Don't let nobody say that. Don't let it be a woman. You know, she automatically, he's like, well, Kayla said that Goose told her to watch out for you. She said she was nervous about it. And baby, how long did that take? He told Spicy. Spicy then told Avery, then told Byyyeee. And then the motion was already moving, already going. And Doug, here go Doug in the DR. He's like, man, I'm good.
He literally said two words. Man,
he really is. And then the fact that he tells Lex, he's like, hey, let me tell you what Kayla said. So he already, like, it was just so quick how this like developed, and he knew the right things to say and to the right people.
Yeah. And the way he did it, and so when he pulled Lexus aside, he's like, okay, Spicy getting ready to wake up, so she gonna be cranky in the morning anyway. So that's what you gonna do. You're gonna go in there, you're gonna talk to her.
Yeah, he literally he plays everybody else's games. Like, everyone's just in there clueless, and he's like, this is what you're gonna do. Like, he just sends everybody on a mission, and then it just works out in his favor. Like, it's mind blowing.
Yeah. He's like, so you need to tell her that, you know, Kayla, she's been talking about how she needs to come for people with the comp wins. And who the people with the comp wins? That's Avery. That's Spicy. You know, go let her know that Kayla was coming up to you. She's been latching on to you recently. Remember, oh, the girls. But all of a sudden, where is this coming from that she's trying to go after? So that means that she's just trying to use you. So she's really not trying to build a real relationship with you. She's just using you to go after the other people. So I need you to go tell Spicy that. And so she walks up there. She go tell Spicy, well, let me tell you what Kayla was telling me. She's been latching on to me. I thought she was really trying to repair our relationship after what she did to Matt. Like, she won't even want to put Matt on the block. Avery's the one who put your man on the block. But you mad at Kayla? Anyway.
Lex is like, oh, y'all can go. She don't care.
And so she tells Spicy all of this, that how Kayla's coming for people with wins and that she can't be trusted. And obviously that she whispered to her too. She found out about the whole Goose thing and she didn't want Spicy to know. So Spicy's pissed. And then Spicy goes and tell Bailey. And Bailey's like, wait.
Now,
How do
Bailey,
we know?
she had it. She had it. And it
for
lost
2 seconds. She's like, wait, Spicy, how do we know Anthony didn't tell her to come share this information with us? How do we know he didn't send her up there to do this? No, there's no way. There's no way. No, she did it. I know she did. No, Lexus is lying.
No, she
when
was
did it
telling
click
the
for
truth.
Bailey? What was it when Spicy said her name? Like, was Spicy telling the truth? I didn't watch any of the dailies. Like, did Anthony tell Spicy like all those different things? Like, oh, she said Bailey or whatever.
So they use that.
Both. She was using information from Lex and Anthony.
Right. So then Spicy tells Bailey, well, she was trying to backdoor you. So she was trying to back. Yep,
which is
she
true.
was trying to but to Kayla's defense, because Kayla was like, yes.
True. They had a conversation about Bailey possibly being a backdoor option, right? She didn't say, yeah, I'm going to put Bailey on the block. Yeah, I'm going to backdoor her. She didn't say
all you
that.
have
They
to
had a
do is just say the
about
person's name, and that's it. And
you
then
say
it's
a name, and then you can run with it.
Yeah,
So,
it's funny. I was watching the dailies today, and Spicy was laying on the beds with Todd. I don't know if you've seen it, and she was trying to get him to say Dougie's name, and he's like, "I am not saying that man's name." It's like,
Hey,
anybody who
Todd
said that
told me
man's
to
name is gone, and it's so true.
Yeah, for real.
Yeah.
And so
I feel like that's what makes the game of Big Brother so tough, though, because it's like you need to say a name in order to build rapport.
You got to know which
But
name.
the moment you say a name to the wrong person, it
Mhm.
can spiral all the way down.
And that's why it's important to know who's connected to who. That's why you got to be watchful. You got to
pay
be
attention.
vigilant. Who is with who all the time? Who is sharing information? And even then, you don't know who has a secret relationship. So that's why it's important to be mindful of that.
And look, I don't know if y'all noticed. Go ahead.
No, go ahead.
I don't know if y'all noticed, like, but there's so many times, especially like when you're watching the dailies or they watching clips back. If y'all ever notice, Dougie is just sitting back, like in a chair, just. He's watching, scoping out the scene. It's like right when you said that, it popped in my head. Like there are so many clips where he's just like,
that's all he
just
does.
in the background. He just walks by casually, like, and those ears stay open. So it's like you got to pay attention to your surroundings. Everybody's so quick to jump in alliance and they want to have all these conversations. A lot of times you got to know when to shut up and just listen. And that's, I think, another thing.
That's everyone's downfall is they get a piece of information and what do? They either run the Spicy or they run the Dougie and they say right away, like you literally. Spicy does it too, though. Spicy says there's so many times this season that she has opened her mouth. And I'm like, you don't need to be saying.
You don't need to doing that right now.
Right now,
but she want to do it. Yeah. She's perfected chaos, so you can't even.
Yeah, that's true. That's true. That's why they got her back. That's why they got her back.
Right.
I don't know how it
wins though. Who wins between Dougie and Spicy?
I think it's Dougie because she's burning votes for no reason.
I don't know. I think it's Spicy. Like. We had a little conversation before, and it's like
Spicy wins.
Girl hasn't won since season 6. Bailey's been pushing the girls.
Hold on, let me
Hot
see.
Chocolate. And I feel like she's been more. I don't know, just a focal point. I mean, she has 2 HOHs, right?
Ish.
But I don't know. It's so tough for Dougie, especially with a lot of his people like Matt. If Matt would have made the jury, that would have helped. If Vivek would have made the jury, that could have been another angle.
Yep, it comes down to who's on jury, and there would be how many women would be on jury?
All of them.
We would have Kayla, Lex, Avery, Bailey. So it would be 4-4.
I feel like Kayla is maybe not going to vote for Spicy now just because of how she left.
I don't see that.
But like even in the goodbye messages, like you can tell.
Spicy. You see the goodbye messages.
I just
put them up.
Yeah, they just put them up. I watched them before it was on, and like all the girls were kind of like giving Kayla a little shit, but then Dougie was like super nice. And he's like, "Oh, I can't wait to see you on the outside." Like Dougie knows now it's time to,
Yeah, jury management. Dougie.
Hold on. I got it. Where Spicy loses is with Lexus. That's where she loses. Because
Lexus ain't
if
gonna vote,
Spicy and Anthony, Lexus is gonna vote for Anthony regardless. And Spicy would for sure have Byyyeee. She would for sure have. I think she'll have Kayla. Now she might be upset, but I feel like at the end of the day, she's a girl's girl. I could be wrong.
I don't know.
But
I think
Kayla, you think she's gonna vote for Anthony over Spicy?
Well,
you said Lexus and Victoria in final two?
No, I mean, if Anthony and Spicy are final two, who would Kayla vote for?
Okay, I honestly think Dougie at this point.
Because even when she left,
as well.
Because when she left, because Arissa was like, "Who do you think is responsible?" She's like, "I feel like I have an idea." Pretty much, she was like, "I think it's Anthony. Anthony is the reason." I shared some information with him, and so she's a competitor. So I feel like as someone who plays sports and she's a competitor, like she's gonna give the props to the person who's able to get her out.
Right, I would. That's a tough one. I feel like Anthony has a very high chance, though.
I don't know who Todd is voting for.
Mm-hmm.
No.
Is it going to be who Byyyeee tells them to? No.
No, that's what I'm saying. Honestly, it might be whoever Byyyeee convinced him to vote for.
I don't know.
Yeah.
And will Byyyeee vote for Spicy when she find out how Spicy really wasn't for her and that she had ulterior motives?
Byyyeee holds a grudge.
I mean, I think Byyyeee was a fan of the game, though. So I think Byyyeee potentially has the ability to put that aside and just respect whoever.
But it'll depend on who get her out. Is Dougie the reason she gets out, or is Spicy the one who gets her out? Like,
and it depends on when she goes. Now, if she's going and she's final four, that's going to be fresh, and she might vote bitter. If she goes next week, she's going to have time to kind of, maybe appreciate the game, even if, Spicy or whatever sends her out, or depending on who sends her out. So it depends. But she's definitely Team Dougie right now.
Oh, for sure.
Is she more Dougie than Spicy is the question.
If Lexus and Tola goes to the jury house, I think Dougie got Elijah, Lexus, and Tola's vote. He only needs one more. And then I do believe it'll probably come down to Todd and Byyyeee, and they're probably gonna vote the same way. So,
yeah, you're right. I definitely
be tight.
Oh, that's an entertaining vote right there.
When was the last time we had a close vote like that in Big Brother?
I forget.
Because I know my season it was a sweep. I don't even think Dougie got one. Everybody voted for Ty last year. I don't.
Most everyone voted for Kevin the year before.
Yeah.
Let me find that. I'll find that.
Yeah, that is interesting.
I don't think there's ever been in like a there probably has been, but it's not coming to my mind.
Not a minute.
Oh wait, was Kayla and Paris's vote close? It was a half and half vote.
I just looked. Kayla's only vote was her showman to Derek.
Oh wow,
that wasn't even close.
Oh wait, what? Season 1. Look, I was about to say ties. Maybe season 1. Maybe way back then.
Who won season 1?
Was that Gary? Was that Gary?
Gary.
That was the Gary vote. Oh, that was crazy. Woo.
That was crazy.
So let me find out, y'all in Canada, y'all be having sweeps. Everybody that win is sweeping like that.
Yeah. Season 4, the twins. What is that?
John Party was a sweep, I'm pretty sure.
What, season 4 with the twins? That was 6-2.
Wow, y'all be sweeping out there. Our votes be coming down to 4-3s and 5-4. Out here,
it's a lot more money to give out, eh?
That's
true. That's true.
That is. So I don't know. Yeah, it'll be interesting to see who would win out of those two. I'm rooting for Dougie just because Spicy was being silly this week too, and got bamboozled by Dougie, and just because she got bamboozled, her and Avery, they deserve to lose.
What if it's like Todd and Tola in the final two?
And it may very well be.
That'd be bonkers.
Yep. And that's what they would get.
It could happen.
Imaginary table.
It could happen.
It could, and that's what they would get.
It could be like
each other.
It could be like Byyyeee and Todd with I don't know, maybe they go to final 3 with Spice or something, and then Byyyeee brings Todd. That could be a likelihood.
That's true.
And that's what, and they would deserve it. I'm voting for Tola because he on my draft. I like Tola.
That's a hard one. Todd on my draft.
Todd's not going. Man, Todd's my boy. That's my newfie boy.
Todd is funny. I'm sorry. I even though I said Tola, I thought would be my before like the season started. I just like Tola is gonna go far.
I'm
at this point, he's just skating.
I'm kind of curious to what happened to the guy that Tola replaced.
Me too.
So you haven't even heard?
You didn't even got to see about it.
I never heard anything.
Not even in the BB streets, in the alumni streets?
Nothing? No, nothing.
What?
So I don't
even remember that man's name.
What was it? Abraham?
Something? Yeah.
Abraham?
Yeah.
I don't know.
What happened to him?
That's interesting.
Tola's thriving. Tola was almost out first, and that's where it's like much respect to Tola because not too many people can fight and scrap from the bottom, but look at him.
Yeah. He has. He's turned the game around for himself for sure. Like from being target night one, Spicy was like, Tola gotta go.
Listen,
we can't control him. He gotta go.
Tola knew when to shut up. Tola just sat out and shut up, and he was minding his business. He's like, let me let you guys argue. So I'm not even mad at Tola. He's just like, you know what? I'm gonna just sit back.
Ty talking about it was divine intervention. Abraham couldn't have played Dougie's number one like Tola.
Maybe.
Oh man.
But let's see. The last little bit we have to talk about is our house meeting, which Avery, Kayla did not want no house meeting. She said she wanted to talk to two people, and then she was like, everybody can come, but thank you for our entertainment. But I was so mad. They was coming down.
They gaslit her so bad.
Oh my god! And I know it's so frustrating when people, not even just one person. It's so much when one person is in your face telling you lying, you not. But when there's like 8 people, 7 people, however many people are just like, no, you're lying. And the fact she owned up to what she told the truth the entire time. And I know she was just like, yeah, Byyyeee, you trying to pay. She was like, oh yeah, well, good for you. Byyyeee, shut up.
Sit down.
I was so annoyed by Byyyeee during this conversation. Like, girl, this not about you. Sit down. We're not talking about you right now.
And then I had a couple of issues with it. It's like for Byyyeee, did this woman not just save you from the block when you were going home a few weeks ago?
She did.
How do you not trust somebody like that?
That up.
Oh, she should have brought that up.
I forgot about it myself.
Shit. See, I remember everything. I know I'll keep receipts on everything, every move that everybody else is making, even my own moves. You got to know these things. And so I would have definitely used it. How do I not want you in this game when you were on your way out of here? When those girls was turning on you, you didn't know that, huh? You didn't know that Spicy was wanting you out. But I kept you in here with my veto. But also, I don't think she fought as far as she could have because she really cares about the other people.
She's too loyal.
In her alliance.
How do you not blow that up? How do you not blow that the fuck up? You're like, man,
screaming, like, girl, if you don't say about hot chocolate, if you don't talk about,
because then she really wouldn't stay at that point. Because if she blows up hot chocolate, they're definitely not voting her to stay. And
she didn't realize, like, girl, you was going home regardless. I think she had. It was like that one little straw. She was grasping at it, like, no, girl. When it's a house meeting and nobody, literally in that conversation, Kayla, girl, nobody had your back. Nobody. That's when I'm just like, F it. Let me put my hair in a ponytail. And I'm going to tell you about yourself. And I'm going to tell you, I'm going to start lying. I'm making up shit. Right? And if I would have saw Dougie, did y'all see Dougie had that little smirk on his face?
He had a little smirk on his face. Like, how do you not laugh? You know?
Oh my God. That would have pissed me off so bad.
I can't wait for all these people to watch this back and be like, oh my God.
And the thing too is like it was just hard to see everybody coming at her, and so if she didn't fight as hard as she could have, but then she does go back and have those private conversations with Spicy and Avery. And some people have mentioned this on Twitter. I don't know about you all, but I kind of agree. They said that Spicy and Avery realized that they messed up and they fell for a trap, but they were too ashamed to admit it, and so they had to double down.
Their ego. Yep. They didn't want to admit that they fucked up, so they're just
shit. I didn't see that.
Yeah. Well, speculation, because like based on how they were talking after, like some of the conversation Kayla had, they were kind of like, we think that they realized, but they didn't want to feel that way, so they had to double down on what they did.
It's funny because y'all don't have that conversation almost after every week, Spicy. Make it make sense. At this point, Spicy, you have to think. You know what? The last couple weeks after the people leave, I'm kind of like second guessing. I should mainly do the opposite of what I want.
She's a mess, man. She is all over the place the whole season, and I love it.
I'm the exact same way.
not.
It's like, what is going on? And
Like,
I'm
remember her HOH?
Yeah.
Wasn't that just all over the fucking place, you know?
Ridiculous.
A mess.
Ridiculous. And
like
it's funny
5
when you
targets that week, maybe.
Yeah. And for those who are listening, like me and Teresa met Spicy in real life. And have you met her in real life?
Wild, right?
She's
Spicy. No, y'all who are in the chat, when y'all say Spicy is acting for TV, she is not.
Bro,
no,
she's
like that.
She is more in person.
But she is so fun though.
Yeah.
I'm telling you.
Yeah,
This girl
she's
stays
a great
on
time.
10. She really does. I absolutely herself, her personality. I would never play the game with Spicy.
Yeah.
When I first met her, I was like, "Oh my
her.
god, like you're really like
This is you." Yeah.
Yeah.
20
It's
all
her.
time. Yeah.
Absolutely. And so you've met Dougie and you've mentioned this online. So how different is he in real life compared to how he is in the game?
He's so fun.
I mean,
he is.
He's him. Like he's being him in the house. Like he's exactly like whatever you're watching on there. Obviously, he's giving you guys a little show, but like, you know,
right.
just him and giving that little stupid speech about the bee and the hammer and stuff. Like
the fly, yeah.
He's just like that in real life. Like he just says random shit. He's just a funny dude, right? But I mean, yeah, he's a good dude. One of my best friends.
Yeah. See, there you go. There you have it. And like you really can't deny it. At this point, like maybe in the first few weeks you can chalk it up to, oh, the newbies are just blinded by, you know, the vets and they're, you know, they want to be in the midst of greatness and stuff like that. But at this point in the game, if you ain't got it together by now, you can't even chalk it up to just being aloof or being a recruit or a newbie. You're in mid to end game now. If your head isn't geared on and screwed on to play and see who needs to be taken out, that's on you.
Like I get it. Like people's always talking online saying how he's so cocky and like he's full of himself and all this, right? I know. I fucking love it too. But like there's so many haters on there. Like I feel like I've been going to war for Dougie like the whole season because there's so many haters. It's like, oh, he's this, he's misogynist.
He better break you off some of that money if you win.
You know what I mean? Like he
you a steak.
He should act like that. Like he's making all of these moves. He should be fucking cocky the whole fucking season, you know? But I don't know. Some of these
how boring with this
on Twitter is whack, man.
Listen, this is what I say. I'm come from OG Big Brother, okay? I have been watching Big Brother for a very, very long time, okay?
Yeah.
I don't want to see nobody nice and sweet on Big Brother. I'm sorry. I want to see the villain. I would like to see somebody cocky. I would like to see somebody say, day one, I'm going to beat all of y'all. So have fun. And do it. I don't want
the people who stand up for themselves.
This show for fun. You know, like fun, sweet fluff. I don't watch that.
No,
I want to see strategy. I want to see, you know,
confrontation.
And Dougie does that.
Yep.
And I think that's one thing we like about Byyyeee.
I was just gonna say with like athletes specifically, it's like, oh, every single NFL player, NBA player, any professional sport is like, I'm the best, and they have that air about them. And I feel like Dougie's somewhat similar, where he is amazing at this craft, and so he can talk his shit because it's like, oh, we're going
as you should.
Like,
yeah.
I find it funny though that everybody is talking shit about Anthony being so cocky and confident and yelling and hollering, but why this conversation about Byyyeee? Byyyeee yelling and hollering all season, but
that's what I'm saying.
Oh, Queen Byyyeee.
I have to tell you a funny story about Dougie. So like he's so smooth, right? Like I feel like he just plays Big Brother outside in the real world. So we're in Whistler. And we're snowboarding, and at the bottom of the hill, I don't know if you've ever been to Whistler in BC, but there's like a big like outdoor club, right? Massive line. We just get there. We're looking around. The club is packed. Like there's no way we're getting in. Dougie walks up to the just butts in front of the line, goes on up, and he's like, I don't even know what he said. He looks back, and we're all just standing on the road. He's like,
come on.
He's like, come on. We just walk on by, and everyone's just standing in line looking at us. And they literally, there was no tables. They brought out a table from the back room and just made us a table. I'm like, what did you say? He's like, don't worry about it, man. Don't worry about it.
Listen, if you carry yourself like you are it, you will be it. Okay? And that's exactly how Dougie does. He graces himself as I am great. I am him. And people are like, they agree. They're like, cool.
You're him. I want to be him. So let me follow him so I can be him.
Yep. I mean, how many I'm talking about real conversations have happened. There have been conversations, but it's so funny how it's like fizzled out. Like the girls had a conversation about backdooring Dougie. And it's so funny. Like they were all in the Infinity. We got to get Dougie. We got to take the shot. We got to do it before jury. What happens? The girls win HOHs back to back. And what do? Hey, Dougie, waving at him in the chair, in the back, far away from the nomination seat. It's like, oh my God. Like,
it was not only a week ago when Avery was at HOH deciding on who she wanted to put up. Like, I'm not scared of Dougie. I'm not scared of nothing.
She said she was going to put him up. Didn't. Then she said, you know what? It's too early. She literally said this. She said it's too early at her last HOH. She said the next time I went HOH, like, we got to take the shot.
You had the opportunity was here. The opportunity was now.
Not going to take it.
Still didn't.
This was the time to take it. Said this week, if you're going to take the shot, if you're turning on your own, he was the one you should have turned on because. And
it was a short time for him to campaign as well. Like, because they probably did these nominations like Tuesday or something, Sunday.
Yeah,
I don't know. Quickly. It was shorter, so it's like the shortest amount of time. Like if you're not getting Dougie out in the double, like you have to like take this opportunity that he's not gonna have that much.
The double's coming up.
I cannot wait.
Who's gonna put him up though? Like I do feel like if Dougie survives this double. He's going right, but like who's gonna put him up? I seen something posted on Twitter the other day, and like every single person got something with Dougie. Do you know?
Do you think Bailey's is like true? Because none of them have really had enough power.
I think so, man. I think so. I think she's for Dougie. They've had their battles, but
I can see her putting him up next to Lex, but Lex being her target. That's what I can see her doing.
See, I think she would put up Tola over Dougie.
It depends on who goes it also depends on who's HOH, that first or second time. It's so many scenarios. But this is the wrap up of my dailies anyway, so we'll go ahead and get to that. But pretty much the gist of the dailies today, the only thing that honestly it was really like a lot of fluff, and we saw a lot of stuff before Kayla left, which she gone now. So sorry, Kayla, we miss you. Bye.
We do miss you, Kayla.
But the only important thing is that Dougie tells Lexus, they automatically say, okay, Avery definitely is hitting the block. So if Lexus hit the block, Avery's hitting the block for sure. And then Avery tells, Dougie smart, he don't want to say no names. Dougie tells Lexus, he says, okay, so who is Avery closest to in this house? What are those? Spicy? Anthony says. So Dougie knows how this works, and he knows that double is cooking. So I don't know. It honestly depends on who is HOH. I feel like if it comes down to say, honestly, the only person I honestly really see Dougie really shooting for HOH over is Todd, because I feel like he's really the only one that he's still kind of like iffy about. So if it comes down to him and Todd, he's gonna be like, yeah, I'm gonna go for it. But besides that, and then Spicy even says to the girls that Tola and Lexus are going to be their nomination. So his name's not even been mentioned. Todd is like talking about that Lexus is going to be their target as well. Like his name isn't being brought up. So I don't know. It's going to be an interesting double. Yeah, it's going to be very interesting.
I love it.
This move, get rid of Kayla. I don't want to say it gave Dougie the game completely, but it definitely shifted things right back into his favor.
Oh, big time.
Bailey mentioned that
their side.
when Byyyeee told Spicy, she was like, if this is Dougie telling Lexus to tell us this information and we get rid of Kayla, this is going to be bad for us. We're going to be down a person who we would have had if we take out Kayla, if we put her up. And they're going to see. Even Todd tried to convince Byyyeee. He was like, a little bit. He was like, I don't know. Maybe is Kayla really the right move? Maybe we should just get rid of Tola, because that way we know we're taking out somebody.
He did say that
for him specifically. And she was like, no. After that, she was already on it because the backdoor thing. So she was like, nope, there's no way. Kayla has to go. And that's going to be, it's going to come back to bite a whole lot of them. But I hope it bites Avery first. I want her gone now.
I want Avery to leave yesterday. But Byyyeee did say she wants a final 2 with, we talked about this earlier, but she wants a final 2 with Anthony and Spicy. And I just
Ben.
What? I don't know. Benjamin said Spicy could literally tell Avery to do anything. She could say, I'm gonna need you to go to the jury house. She would agree to. No, I'm telling you.
Duncan could convince someone to do that. So listen, here's what you're gonna do.
For a game.
You're gonna go there and you're gonna like convince everybody to vote for me.
Yeah, like
Avery,
listen.
This is why Avery needs to go, because honestly, I feel like Anthony really has a hold over everybody in the house. He does, and he does have a hold over Avery as well. But Spicy has a bigger hold over Avery, so Avery has to go. So then he can have the rest of the house to do what he wants, honestly. Because that's his number one, and I feel like Spicy's gonna pull closer to Anthony, because at this point it's like Spicy's like, Avery, you're my number one. Anthony, you're my number one. And she does really honestly tell a lot of the truth to Avery and to Dougie. So it kind of just, I feel like it depends on where the cards weigh. So I need Avery to go because I need Dougie and final 2.
And
I just want her to go because I want her to know how stupid of a move that she made. The move that she made getting rid of Kayla was the same thing with Vivek getting rid of Dennis. It was the stupidest thing you could have ever did. And I want you to get your karma the very next week. So the next moment she hit the block, which I hope the right person wins. I hope it's Lexus. I hope Lexus throw her and Spicy on the block for putting that Matt. And I hope they keep the noms the same and send Avery home so she can look stupid.
Do y'all believe in the back row curse thing? You see that?
I saw that.
I'm gonna believe it. I'm gonna believe it. So if they're
Avery's
next. So if y'all haven't seen, there's the picture that they have, the big blown up one where they're all dressed up all nice. Everybody that has been standing up in that picture has been evicted. Avery is the last person standing.
Woo, so
everybody's sitting down is safe. It's crazy.
Come on, back row
Avery, now's your time. Avery, your number is being called, sis.
Oh my God. I know one interesting thing about this cast. We're coming into this season. I'm like, wow, there's quite a few super fans. I know we had like Dennis, Elijah, even someone like Janine. Even a lot of people were like, oh, I'm big fans. But looking at the final, what are we at? 7?
7.
You have 2 returnees. The only super fans I could say are Avery and Byyyeee.
Yeah.
And the other 3, and I don't know how much I think Byyyeee is a
Todd never even watched this season.
Todd never watched. I don't think Tola really has. Lexus.
No, Tola is a fan too. Tola's a fan.
Oh
too.
Yeah, he is. Yeah.
Oh, he is.
Oh yeah, he been
lying
about
with his kids and stuff. Yeah,
doing stuff.
Yeah.
Oh, you're right.
Like, how does the backdoor work? How does the veto work? Boy, you know how that works.
Avery's gonna backdoor Spicy next.
She might. She might. At this point,
I don't want her. I want her. No, she don't need no more power. She needs to feel what she did. She needs to go next.
She might.
I need it.
Okay. Whew. So we Adam, let me tell you how these work. We are going to
Kayla was evicted, by the way, unfortunately.
Oh yeah, Kayla gone. Sorry, girl. We love you
unanimously.
We wish you had. I wish Kayla, girl, if you see this clip,
she kept blowing them kisses. Like, you're gonna blow that house up. That's what you need to be blowing the house up.
Tell it all. You going home, sis? Blow it up. Do you know how I don't know how much of the game it would change. Whew. But it would have been so interesting to see, because honestly, I feel like things might have still fallen, in whatever, but it would have caused so much drama. Just tell everybody alliance. Oh, Anthony, we've had conversations about all the girls taking you out. We've had those conversations. Hot chocolate. If y'all haven't noticed, there's only 2 white people left in the game. Pay attention, Byyyeee and Todd. You're almost out the door. Like, I would have blew up everything. They're like, you're lying,
Right.
no. Like, and I would have
Because
made up stuff.
the petty in
like,
me, is like, even if I'm going home, and yes, I'm still rooting for, because she's still rooting for them, right? That's cool. I still want y'all to make it, but I'm gonna make y'all roll a little bit harder. Since y'all took the out, I'm gonna make sure that y'all to get the road to get there. It's gonna be much more difficult.
Yep.
Nobody's done that. Nobody's done that. It's crazy.
Yeah, exactly. Janine didn't spill the information when Spicy told her what she had said and did. Janine,
the very first week. The very first week, she
Yeah,
could have
she
used
tripping.
that to stay. You know,
She really
And
could have.
even her exit interview, Arissa even brought that up. She's like, "Well, like you
She's
know,
like, well,
I don't know."
and maybe this is just me, and I think Summer said the same. She was like Summer said she would have been petty too, but a lot of people are like, "Oh, Kayla's such a class act. She's such a class act." Are we here for Big Brother for people to be class act? Like, that's beautiful. That means it just speaks more to your character. But I don't think that if you blow stuff up, I don't think that takes away from you being a class act essentially. So
No.
what is your perspective when people say that, Adam? Like, do you think that takes away from somebody being this great person if they blow games up?
No. Like I totally get it. I get where Kayla's coming from. She's like, you know, I really want Hot Chocolate to continue to win, and maybe she really wanted that, right? Like she just had that in her mind. I know that's what I wanted. Like I wanted the boys to win no matter what. But
right.
I don't know. I think if you have a chance to save your game, you need to say everything at all costs.
Yeah.
Not
gotta pull all the cards out.
Not just sit
Go down
back.
swinging.
You know, you have all this information. Like I know. I told Kira about the pretty boys, and I was like, you know, we had this or whatever. You gotta use whatever to say in the house.
All of
like,
it,
right until the last second. You can't just be like, all right, I guess I'm going home now.
No, that's what I hate. I don't like when people give up. Like, you do not give up. If you think about, if we just go back to Kevin when he was in season 10, Kevin, when he was on his way out the door, but then old girl Melina decided to tell him that she wanted to put up some people on the block, and he was like, "Oh, okay." Walked that information right on up to Herman and told her, like, she gonna put you up next week, by the way. And that just completely flipped. He went from going home first to winning the game.
Yeah,
you never stop.
Literally, one conversation can change
it.
Yeah,
exactly. Until Arissa say you have been evicted, you are still in this game, and you use any and everything.
Baby, I would have been during the commercial breaks, like y'all know
so
they
Hot Chocolate,
right?
Who's next?
I'm during the commercial break. You hear me? Like y'all, I would have been just telling stuff.
Like, Lexus, they get ready to get you next, Lexus. You know the girls.
We and when I say them, I was a part of that as well. So I'm telling the truth. You was about to get backdoored. You were the option, and not just this week. Before, I would have just been saying all types of stuff.
I know she had a lot of information she could have used.
She had a lot,
but she didn't. She gone. So I hate it for her, but she gone.
She gone.
Okay. So Adam, we are gonna let you have the first pick. So basically, we are going to rank the house guests that are left in the house, right?
We're gonna rank them.
So you can rank whoever you want to. You can rank who. Yeah, we're gonna you pick one person and you say, I think they were the number 1 person this week, or the number 7, number 6. You can place them anywhere, and then at the end we'll rearrange it. So if we think like, oh no, their game was better, we'll rearrange it around. But we're gonna let you have the first pick of who's left in the house and where they should go. Even though we already know
we gotta put Dougie at number 1. Come on, he owned this. He owned this.
This week,
we'll call one Dougie.
It's easy. We have one Dougie. There's only one Dougie.
Yep.
And I think the special thing about Dougie is the last couple of weeks, he was he was in the middle. He wasn't number 1. We were having like Spicy V number 1 just because it's like, oh, they're taking out Dougie's allies. And this was another week. Spicy's ally won, and one of Dougie's allies should have gone. And what happened? None of that. Dougie got his way, and now he's in a power
lost
position.
an ally and picked up allies, so that's even a double plus on his side. Because Lexus was supposed to be with the girls, and now lost them.
It's funny. You guys know Drake, like the rapper Drake, and then Justin Bieber. So Dougie out. You know who Justin Bieber is?
Yeah.
Yeah. So they're both from Canada. So Dougie's always jokes around. He's like, Drake, Justin Bieber, Dougylicious.
To me.
Hey, that's clean.
Like the greatest
I love
people in
it.
Canada, right? This is like Drake.
That is
Hey.
hilarious, and I will forever
Yeah.
say that going forward.
He's not wrong. He
She
might
got
not be
that.
wrong. That's crazy.
Oh my gosh,
man.
that's hilarious. I did not know Justin Bieber was from Canada though.
You
Yeah.
didn't?
Yeah.
What? That's
They're
the
both-
most.
They're both from Toronto.
I know Drake is from.
Mhm.
Yeah, I know Drake is from Toronto.
Yeah.
You know, I was Team Degrassi. I was with Drake when he was in the streets.
Yeah.
That's my show.
Yeah.
But Eric,
Lexus
you gonna take
somewhat
the second?
was with Drake. No, and now she with Doug.
That's
What
why
happened?
she was going.
Is there truth to that?
I don't
She's-
know. There are pictures of them together, so
Shit.
I think right when I
Yeah.
saw the name and saw the rumors going around, I think I just looked up what is it, her last name, like Lexus Jackson Drake, and then I saw like an article at least. So there's some
there are
connection.
articles written. So
Why
who
are there
knows,
articles? Who
what
is
truth
Lexus that
but
they got articles written about her?
I think it's more
Dude.
so that it's because she's linked to Drake.
Oh, was it after Big Brother? It was announced that they did that.
No,
No, this is just
dude, I
before.
think the articles were in the past.
So how they get
Yeah.
her name and stuff like that?
Hey, Instagram. I don't know
Yeah,
what her
it's so
following
easy.
is on Instagram, but hey, she got
Wow,
it.
that's interesting.
That's cool.
That is interesting.
Yeah.
Well,
Now she
I'm
got-
going. I'm
now she
taking it.
got mad.
Yeah.
Mhm.
So the next one I want, it's not even a space on this for how low I want this person to go. Yes, I'm taking the easy route. But Aviary, because she cannot be Avery anymore. She has to have a nickname. So we're
She put her
infamous for
below
giving
people at
nicknames to
home.
people. She needs to go to the lowest levels of hell that Big Brother Canada
Oh.
can provide. Because
Can we
Whoa.
trade
it is-
Avery for her twin sister? I want to see how she plays. Can we do a twin swap?
I can't. The level of stupidity, the inability to think rationally and logically this week was just unfathomable. I just can't. I can't.
It's the
What if
Dougie-
Spicy goes home in the double and she just cooks? It is.
It's the Dougie effect. It happened with Vivek. Vivek's at home best player. It's the Dougie effect.
Yeah.
It
Mhm.
is. And
But
for
And
that,
we were
she's
on
at the
here
bottom.
saying Vivek made the worst move of all time, and everyone's saying that, and I still think Vivek's was quite a bit worse.
Yeah.
Vivek's
but-
was worse because that was
Yeah.
early in the game. Like, I get it.
Yeah, there was no
But-
Seeing
there
this
was
multiple
no need of
times,
that.
it's special. It's special to watch.
I'm very bitter, Ty. Yes, I'm bitter. Matthew's brother is
Okay.
black. Who said that? That's funny.
I don't know why that's news, but that's cool. Okay, I'm gonna take the next pick, and I am gonna put Spicy. We can move this around later, but I'm gonna put her at like maybe 3 or 4.
Hmm.
Let's put her at 3 for
Hmm.
now, because you got your ally put on the block. sis.
I was about to say 4. That was 4 was in my mind, but that's
I was
okay.
going 3 or 4. Let's put her at 4 for now. Then we might
Yeah.
move her. Possibly
She
later.
got missed it this week. Bad.
Definitely did. She got fully missed it.
Uh,
Eli, who you got next?
Shoot. I guess I'm gonna go with Byyyeee, and I'm gonna
Mhm.
put her somewhat high. This might move around, but I'm gonna put her at 2.
2.
I
yeah.
feel like
I agree with that.
I agree with that too.
Back to back wins.
She did.
I'm not
Yeah,
gonna-
she did have back-to-back wins, huh?
Yeah, she's after coming for.
is she loading up? She's coming for you're
And
not
she
comp
Team
record,
Dougie
but,
right
like,
now.
she's trying to compete with you comp wise.
Yeah.
Like, and then too, the reason why I would say Byyyeee, I mean, although I want to give her a couple notches for being silly and not following her gut
At
and
least she
sticking
was
with
on
what
the right
she
track.
knew to be right, she was on the right track. And so I appreciate that she at least had that thought because nobody else did. No, Spicy and Avery never sat back and like, could Dougie be playing us? No, never thought, never crossed their mind, just dumb. But Avery, not only besides the wins, but she was like, listen, if I win this veto before she even won, I'm taking
That
Ty
is
down, just so
true.
you know. I don't care what you say. I'm taking him down. And she stuck with it. She pulled it
Mhm.
through. So
And I
kudos to
know
her.
this wasn't really Byyyeee doing everything, but to start the week, she was if Todd or Tola came down, it was gonna be her on the block, unless I'm mistaken. And the fact
Yeah.
that ended up shifting to Lexus because the girl's trying to find everything wrong with Lexus. But it's like for that to somewhat shift and then her win veto and just continuing to build. I don't know. In a decent position.
Right.
Yeah, she's in a decent position.
And I agree with Benjamin. He was saying that Byyyeee basically got the person backdoored that wanted her out. And yeah, this Kayla leaving this week was a plus for Byyyeee.
Yeah.
So
But see, can we really say that Kayla wanted her gone necessarily? Because like Kayla was saying,
she said her name. She said her name.
Because what Kayla was saying in the meeting, what people weren't picking up. She was like, "Listen, did I agree? Yes, but that doesn't mean I was the only one that wanted it. I'm trying to tell you there were other people who wanted you and who put this plan out, and I just agreed with it because I'm working with them. So why wouldn't I agree with the people I'm working with? So it's not that I wanted you backdoored, but if you're offered up and this is what the group is saying, I'm like, okay, this is what the group wants.
I mean, yes, but I feel like there's more to that she wanted Byyyeee gone because the last like 2-ish weeks, they were having a conversation in the bathroom and Byyyeee came in as they were saying something about hot chocolate. Like they said, for hot chocolate, and she came in. So Kayla has been paranoid for the last 2 weeks that Byyyeee has heard about hot chocolate. So I that's why I give that a little bit more like fizzle to it. Like she probably isn't gonna say, Byyyeee, I want her back door right now because there's a motive. She wants Byyyeee to go because she thinks she's gonna expose hot chocolate. So that's why I kind of more so like, does Kayla want Byyyeee to leave? Yes, I do agree with that.
And I hear what Ben is saying. She did mention in the episode, she's like, well, we can put up Byyyeee, but I don't think when she said backdoor her, I don't think she meant backdoor her and vote her out. I think she just meant put her up as a replacement and vote Tola out.
Yeah, possibly.
All right, Adam,
go ahead, Adam. What's the next pick?
Yeah.
I would say Lexus at 3. I feel like she had a big reason why Kayla went home too. She played a good part of it.
Yeah.
I feel like Todd and Tola never really done much this week. They just kind of survived.
They were at the mercy of everyone else.
Tola almost choked. Shoot. Tola almost sold the plan by telling Avery, nah. Yeah. I've never heard that.
I know.
Yeah. Listen, matter of fact, go ahead and put him at 6.
Yeah.
And that makes it easy and tied at 5.
Bless his little heart.
Yeah.
Bless his heart. Yeah, I think that's solid. I don't think we need to move. I think that perfectly sums up.
I think this is a solid list this week.
Shoot then.
Eli, you want to run us down?
I'll go through it for our audio listeners. At first, we got the GOAT, the LeBron James of Big Brother, the Drake of Big Brother, Dougie Licious. At number 2,
Drake, Beaver, then Dougie.
Yeah. At number 2, we got Byyyeee. At number 3, we got Lex. At number 4, we got Spicy V. At number 5, we got Todd. Number 6, we got Tola. And at the very, very bottom,
we got Kalijah after that.
We got the showmanship of Kalijah. They're good. What?
Kalijah.
Everyone at home, everyone that got voted out and in last place is unfortunately Avery.
We got beef with Avery. But you know what? It would be so crazy to me. Like if Spicy happens to leave in the double and like Avery just cooked the rest of the season, I'd be right back on board. I'm a flip flop.
I think it's possible
if she makes a move. Now with Dougie, I don't see that happening. But Spicy has such a hold on her. Maybe she might be like, "Well, Spicy, I gotta play my own game." So who knows?
She gonna be just like Izzy.
I don't think so.
Was to Sari.
So.
She gonna think she gonna take her to the final 2 and win, and she will be wrong.
Yeah.
Dude, though, we're at a point, 7 people left, and there's some sort of scenario I could see of almost everyone winning, where there's so many seasons where it's like, I know
Todd ain't winning this game.
Hey, if Spicy goes, I want Todd and Dougie.
If Todd goes up against Tola, he's winning.
He was sweet.
Hey,
Todd will beat Tola.
When Todd 100%. Comes into the final 2 and has a mastermind speech, I've been downplaying myself this whole time. Y'all didn't know. Start sowing those seeds in like final 4 or something like that.
Yeah,
it can happen. It can happen. That's a genius right there.
If Todd wins BBCAN12, that would be
that would be epic, honestly.
Hey, he pulls up the final 2 and it's like banana one piece thing.
Yeah,
hey.
yeah. He's
That would be
wild,
hilarious.
man. He's wild in real life.
Oh
Yep.
man,
I bet you he's hilarious. So
He is.
For sure.
He's my girlfriend's best friend, actually.
oh
Really?
Oh, so you know him personally?
Yeah, I met him a bunch of times.
You were just saying like he's cool.
No,
Right.
I've been on. We went to Miami together. We went to this like music festival.
Oh.
Bet you he's a good time. I feel like he really is.
Yeah,
honestly.
I was hoping that like Dougie and Todd was gonna make that connection with like me and Rebecca. You know what I mean?
They haven't got to talk enough.
But nothing ever happened between. Yeah, so I don't know.
And I'm mad that Todd hasn't told Dougie that because
like that was the first thing I said. I know Rebecca
would have said, "Oh, you rocking with Adam? Bet then
Yeah.
we're here." Because
You know what?
I trust you. I trust you.
You know what I'm
And
saying?
I knew that's exactly how that would have went. Ooh, I hope
I
this
sure
is
would have said it.
And like
I
Todd
definitely would've said it.
Todd knows Dougie, but I don't know if Dougie knows Todd. So like I'm
Okay.
sure
But
they
y'all,
definitely talked about it at some point. Like they got a lot of time, but
Hope so.
I don't know.
what if they did talk and they did make that connection, and then like they have this secret alliance that we don't even
That we
know about?
have no idea about. That would be epic.
Hey.
Because
that-
they do a little shot back for like week 2.
Yeah. Because in the very first week, I think it was like Tola, Todd, Matt, and Dougie in the pantry, right? And they were they had a little thing. Like I thought it was a thing, but I don't know, maybe.
Even when in like week 1, when Dougie was sitting on the couch asking Todd's like, "You have a girlfriend? Do you talk to anybody? Like, how is everything on life?" So I'm assuming that could have came up.
Ooh, they might have just cut it, huh?
They could edit it like that too. They could keep all
And
this.
kind of did a Danielle Reyes and Jason Guy strategy, dividing. I'll be over here working this, and you just play aloof, and you on this side and get to know the girls and whoever else on here, and we just meet back up in the middle. I make sure you don't go home. You really can't make sure I don't go home because you ain't got no power in the house. But I just make sure you don't go home and you give me information.
That'd be crazy. That'd be crazy.
We'll see. Time will tell.
That would be crazy.
Yep.
Man, hold on. I'm sorry. Dougie and Todd for final 2. Dougie is gonna sweep for sure.
And Todd wins.
Oh no! Don't say that.
Okay, but listen,
we've been like saying stuff and it's been happening. Like, what if Kayla wins? What if Kayla hits the block?
Honestly, I was looking at the order of people that we just put there, and I'm like, man, that could quite possibly happen, you know?
Yeah.
Like be the rankings on the way out, huh?
Yeah.
Hold on, let me run that back one more time.
Because we got Avery's on the back of the standing up people, so she's obviously next.
Yeah,
she's next. I'm speaking into existence.
And then like Tola's been on everyone's radar, and I feel like
wins HOH.
I feel like if Lexus or Spicy wins, Todd and Tola are both going on the block again.
Yes,
they
did. She did already.
So then it's quite possible that Tola would go before Todd.
Yeah.
Right?
Yes.
Yep.
Screenshot this.
Hey, I know.
Right there,
what this happened?
Write this down.
First.
Hey,
let's see how we do.
So are we saying Bailey and Dougie final 2? Is that what we're saying?
Hey, with the Dougie win, I love to see it.
It's a possibility.
I feel like Bailey would win. I feel like Bailey would win and probably take Dougie. Actually, no, I don't know. She'd be dumb to take Dougie.
Yeah, the move is what she needs to win is taking out Dougie.
Yeah, that's true.
And maybe that's what some of them are waiting to do: take him or Spicy out at final 3 to add that last boost to the resume.
Yeah.
If it's final 3 and they don't take Lexus, like Dougie and Bailey should take Lexus. Because Lexus, I feel like at this point she's not gonna win over Dougie or Bailey.
She just a bird.
The girls don't like her enough, and and Dougie's gonna sweep all those votes. So if that is the final 3, I'm bringing Lexus to final 2 for sure.
That's the bird. That's the goat to bring to lose. But while we're here, before we wrap up, we're wrapping up. If Dougie loses again in final 2, how do you think he's going to react? Like, how do you think that will make him feel? Like, to get that close, to play this masterful game, and to lose again?
He will still say, "I'm still the best."
And he wouldn't be wrong, but
Honestly, I really don't want that to happen. But if he loses again, I feel like everybody, like, it doesn't matter if he loses. It really don't matter. I feel like even if he gets 4th place, everybody's gonna look at Dougie as like he's the
This is his season.
He's the GOAT, man.
Yeah.
They'd be like,
he made the season,
lost,
you know?
he shouldn't have. Yeah, he is.
Yeah. So honestly, if they have an all-star season, like, he's getting called back again.
A real all-star. I really wish they would put him in a real all-star.
I don't know if it's gonna happen. Like, I would 100%. Like, I've talked to so many of the insiders and stuff, and like half of them are like, we don't want to see it, and the other half are like, we would love to see it. Will it happen? I don't fucking know. But
why wouldn't you want to see that though? Like, that's what the people are asking for.
Well, from my understanding, I know when they had the last U.S. All-Star,
yeah, it was trash.
Everyone was just fucking flipping out because, like, oh, you should have had this player, you should have had this player, but like, not everybody's available. You know what I mean? So like, they just
and it was COVID then too, so that was another thing.
Yeah,
they rushed that. Honestly, it could have been a lot better.
Another thing, like, they are having like good seasons. Like, every single season, Big Brother, like, it is to me, it's pretty great. So
for sure,
yeah, it's been good. I've been in the team.
Especially the potential cast of BB Canada All-Stars. Not to hate on the US. US don't got an All-Star. They don't got 60 people to cast.
It would be crazy. It would be crazy. Like, there's a lot of really good players in Big Brother Canada.
Here's what BB Canada need to do, since they're not bringing back the feeds and they need viewers, because like I've seen so many people this
Canada versus US.
That
BBCAN,
but they need BBCAN has so much potential that they need to do. They can do back to back. They can do back to back all-star type seasons, and it would be great. Will people want to see that? I would. I mean, why not? Y'all have so many different potential candidates that you can do that.
Yeah.
This is what I'm calling. This is what y'all need to do. Next season, obviously they're not gonna do it this summer. But next summer, all-star season, it has to be in BBUS because I gotta have feeds, even though Big Brother Canada's production is way better. So get your passports together. Adam, you got your passport?
Yep.
Good. You got it. Get it together. Tell all our other faves to get it together. I need an all-star cast, BBUS versus Canada. That would be so
that would be wild. Like, because the challenge,
and they can do it for a couple seasons. Yeah.
They could literally make a whole other show of just doing that.
Yeah,
I would love that. Oh my gosh, it would
like
be
a winter season of that. We like winter versions of that.
And what would be so good about that, especially, is that
fuck the Rangers.
Big Brother Canada and US, you guys have all like mixed before. So it's not like, only Canada's gonna like. There are so many times you guys have interacted with each other, like from US and Canada. So it's like, who's gonna work together? You know, you might suspect that these two might work together, but you don't know that, you know, these two people are like close. And it's like, when you're in the game, it's a completely different ball game.
Yeah.
Oh, I would love to see that. I would pay to see that.
That would be crazy.
Y'all heard it. Y'all heard it here first.
Y'all have a really great casting pool. Ours, we can't do no more
Big Brother
all-star
Canada
season.
is elite. You've like the best casted. There's only like 5 of y'all I really don't like. But it's a lot. It's like,
and I think Eli
BBUS I don't like.
Eli had a great point. Like, because y'all have a lot of this regular civilian casting. Like, it's really like you can run these seasons back, a lot of these seasons back, and you will get a different winner every time, probably. Just how dynamic these casts are.
Yeah.
So
yeah.
I'm 100% down to see that for sure. So, well, listeners,
Adam, you got any last thoughts, views, anything you want to shout out?
Dougie, that's it. Dougie's gonna win this shit. Yeah.
There you go. You heard it here first.
Dougie's gonna win.
Let the listeners know where they can find you.
Adam Pike Fitness. You can find me on Instagram. But I appreciate you guys having me on here. Shoot the shit. It was fun.
Yes.
Absolutely.
It was fun. It was good.
You're stuck with us now. Like finale? We tell everybody.
What?
Listen, for the finale, when he win that confetti, you gonna have to come back. We might get you and Dougie on at the same time.
Here, man. I'll put you guys on live on the thing, and we can do the podcast.
Like this.
Yeah. That'd be dope.
That would be cool.
But yeah, we definitely appreciate you.
There. Yeah. Thanks
That's
for having me,
it.
guys.
It has been a blast. Listeners, viewers, thank you for tuning in for another episode of Hey, Who All Gonna Be There? And again, another special shout out to Adam Pike for joining us. It has been an amazing night and wish you all the best. Make sure you are following us on Twitter and Instagram at Hey, Who All There. And if you're not already subscribed to us on YouTube, make sure you go there on YouTube and subscribe to us at Hey, Who All Gonna Be There podcast. And turn on those notification bells so you know when we're coming back. Until next time, friends, we're out.
Peace.
Bye, guys.